A little bit of course, on the BJP's introspection coming up. But the other big story we're looking at this week, so much reservation against reservation for women. We've been talking about it for 10 years now. Are we ever going to see 33% reservation for women in Parliament? So let's get started right away. Joining us now, Sebastian Ali of the CPM, Manish Tiwari of the Congress, Harsimrat Kaur of the Akali Dal, and to referee all this, as it were, Aarti Jairat, political editor with the DNA. Thanks all so much for joining us. The big focus, even though we don't have a BJP panelist here, we just cannot start a show like this without talking about the week's biggest controversies. The BJP, which seems to be a house divided. We've seen senior leaders of the party talking in public, talking through the media very often, post-morteming the party's defeat. Aarti, come in here. For a party said to be so democratic, and unlike the Congress, Manish, of course, will want to disagree strongly with that, but the BJP is supposed to be a democratic party. Look at the kind of dissension that they're seeing.
Yeah.
It's virtually never
I don't
seen
think
before.
this is a reflection of any kind of inner party democracy. But, you know, the BJP hasn't done any serious introspection after the results. And I think it shows just how scared it is of facing up to reality, facing the truth. The fact is that there is a leadership crisis raging in the BJP, which has led to an identity crisis. And this has afflicted the party actually over the last 5 years, from their defeat in 2004, when they never really came to terms with why they lost the 2004 elections.
Right.
And that's why today, when they've lost even more, they're still not being able to come to terms with what has gone wrong with them.
Right.
And they're in search, I think, of a leader, they're in search of a slogan, they're in search of a, a political plank. And till they get down to some really serious introspection, it's going to be very difficult for them.
Well, as I said, we've made so many attempts to contact BJP leaders to get a BJP voice on the program, have had absolutely no luck. But we do have an ally. Simrat, how do you see all that's going on in the BJP? How worried is an ally like your party, the Akali Dal, when you see all this turmoil, really, the war raging within the party, the leader of the alliance also?
I don't think we're worried, because these are very typical things that happen post a big election like the one that took place, and I don't really feel that the BJP fared that badly, because I think they're about 10 seats lesser than what they were last time, so that's not so bad. Of course they were expecting to be much more, but to say that they've lost their base, I don't agree with that. In fact, there are other parties who's come down to half their strength, and that's
right.
what the Congress has gained. So personally, for us, I don't really feel that the BJP is fared that badly for us to worry about. But
right, of course, we're not writing their obituary just yet,
yeah,
but the kind of war that's raging does make people sit up and take notice. One question before I move on again to you, Simra. There's been so much talk about just what went wrong. So many views have come forward, among them the fact that it was wrong to project Narendra Modi for Prime Minister when L.K. Advani, of course, they were saying the undisputed leader for Prime Minister. How do you see this playing out, and are you worried with this whole Modi for Prime Minister debate?
I think it's an internal choice of the BJP who they would like to promote and what happens within them. As far as the Akali Dal is concerned, we stand by BJP as strongly as we ever did, and it's brotherhood all the way as far as we are concerned. We're a coalition government in Punjab, and things are working out very well over there. And I don't foresee, I think this is just something that happens post an election where you need to introspect, you have to find someone to blame when things go wrong. If everything had gone well, none of this would have been happening.